CryptoWisers. Wow, what a week. So much is going on in crypto. Nice to see some green bubbles here today, but for the most part, this week has been brutal. Obviously, the biggest thing in crypto right now on everyone's mind is Solana. Have meme coins ruined Solana? Is Solana going to die? Is this an opportunity for ETH to come back or for other chains to catch up with Solana in terms of addresses, transactions, volume? Pretty much every category right now Solana is leading in, except for TVL, which is still Ethereum. I'm going to tackle all these issues in today's video, let you know what I think of Solana, what I'm doing in terms of buying or selling or holding. And of course, I will touch on some other major events happening in crypto. So much to talk about. I'm Milton, and this is another CryptoWise video for you. Well, guys, I hate to say I told you so, but as often happens here on CryptoWise, even though I am a very small channel compared to the big KOLs out there, I gotta say, I did predict it. I called it in my last video. This one here, Crypto Market Madness. This one here, my last video, the meme coin jail stool by Dave Portnoy was the big news item. I said in that video, meme coins have jumped the shark. I really believe that jail stool represents a very shift in meme coins and how they're thought about. And then, of course, Libra launched and was a major catastrophe for meme coins and brought the whole crypto market down with it, especially Solana and the Solana ecosystem. Now, I won't go through this whole story because it's a few days old now. I'm sure a lot of you already know about it. And if you don't know about it yet, it's very easy for you to get those details. The essential thing is that the president of Argentina tweeted out the contract address for a new meme coin called Libra because it was from his official account. People went crazy, started buying it up, and it was a classic rug pull. You can see it only took a couple of hours. They pumped it all the way up, almost to $5 billion market cap. It crashed all the way back down. We're looking at a market cap right now of about $230 million. A ton of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people were angry. And then CoffeeZilla came out with this interview with a guy named Hayden Davis, who runs a market-making company called Kelsier. Really recommend this video, this interview from CoffeeZilla. This guy goes into the detail of what happens with these meme coin launches more than any other insider that I've ever heard. He really gives you a behind the scenes, so you get a better understanding of how this whole system is rigged against retail investors. And look, as someone who's been in crypto for a very long time, I kind of know the gist of this. Essentially, the last couple of cycles of crypto, we didn't have what you would call fair launch tokens. Most tokens that were trying to create a business, a utility around the token, would raise money through VCs. They would sell private sale tokens to those VCs at a lower price. And those tokens would unlock some early, some over years. And then anyway, everyone thought, well, the VCs are the only ones making money now because we saw the latest launches of tokens that were heavily invested in VCs. None of the retail people really made money on them because the market cap, which they were selling at, was so big and launching at over $1 billion market cap that by the time it hit the open market, there was really no money to be made. And that's kind of where the meme craze started coming in here, was this idea of a fair launch. No VCs were just launching a token, first come, first serve. But then what has happened is basically you get what are called snipers, people who are very sophisticated in terms of trading, technology, all that kind of thing. There are many of them, but the ones that are very good at this basically can ruin a meme coin in the matter of hours by gobbling up a ton of the token early on and then dumping. The pump happens. The other thing that happens is a ton of insiders are given either early access to the contract address before it's even announced publicly, and they're allowed to buy up and then essentially dump on retailers. That's what this rug pull essentially is. Either the team or early insiders are given access to buy up a ton of tokens so that they can dump on the retail people. We all in crypto knew that this was going on. Personally, that's why I've stayed away from meme coins, knowing that there's so much insider trading happening, that the system is rigged, that it just is very, very difficult. It is like going to a casino and hoping that you can beat the house. And every once in a while, you might be able to do so, but eventually the house always wins. So anyway, that is what is bringing down crypto. Now, I see this as a positive thing. Hopefully, meme coins, I don't think they're going away. Don't get me wrong. Meme coins will always be here. And Dave Portnoy has been proving this point the last couple of days, even since Libra, since everyone knows the system is rigged. He comes out and he tells everyone how useless these coins are. But just to prove a point, he has been launching new meme coins in the last couple of days. One was called Greed. He's done Greed 2, and he could have made millions off of them. He did apparently profit by a couple $100,000 on Greed, just to prove a point, which is even after everything that happened with Libra, everything that came out about Libra, which Dave Portnoy was part of, not that he was part of the creation of it, but they reached out to him because they wanted him to market it. They sent him a bunch of free tokens. They repaid any money he lost on Libra, and he went public with all of that, showing us all the behind the scenes of how this all works against us, the retail investor. And then the last couple of days, he says, none of this matters. You guys are still going to just ape into the next meme coin. He launches Greed, and he's proven right. A ton of people ape into it. So I don't think these are going anywhere. Meme coins are going to be around forever now, probably. As long as there's crypto, there will be meme coins. But I think we reached the top frenzy of meme coins. Don't think anything will be bigger than Trump. And I do think people in crypto are sick and tired of the meme coins. And enough people have lost money on them that hopefully we are now cycling to a more utility-based traditional altcoin season. That is my hope, at least. And yes, because of that, I have been buying. One of the main rules in crypto that they talk about, buy when it hurts, sell when it hurts. Okay, when your crypto that you love is flying and it's in all-time high price discovery and you don't think it's ever going to go down again, that's when you got to start selling. Conversely, when it looks like crypto is dead, the top of the market is here, and it really scares you to buy, that's when you got to buy. So I did buy some more Solana, and I bought some more Sui. So far, both of those buys are looking pretty decent for me because I did get them pretty much at the bottom of this last little dip. But these are two of my really high conviction plays, Sui and Solana, and so I did buy more of them. Now, I am going to get a little bit more degen, so make sure you continue on to the rest of this video to see what else I bought, which is a little bit more high risk, although of course all of this stuff is high risk. Look, in 2021, Solana came out of nowhere. No one thought anyone can compete with Ethereum in terms of transactions, volume, all that kind of stuff Solana has. It surpassed it in many ways. So could this be the time when Ethereum overtakes Solana again, or someone else like Sui, or even Polkadot, or Cardano, NEER, any one of these other layer ones or Ethereum layer twos? Could this be their time to shine and Solana's death? Well, possibly. Look, anything is always possible. Anytime I talk about these things, all I'm doing is acting on probability. What I think the most probable outcome is, that's what's going to dictate my actions. And in this case, I actually think Solana is going to survive this easily. There's so much bullish news coming around the corner for Solana, and we can talk a little bit about that now. One of the big ones, of course, is the Solana ETF. I think this is an inevitable thing that is going to happen this year at some point. And of course, this will be a huge, huge bullish catalyst for Solana. I think Solana is just so well placed to be one of the next crypto ETFs. Certainly the one that traditional investors and big investment groups are the most excited about. We're already seeing that there's a Canadian company out there. I don't know if any of you have heard of this already. Sol Strategies, essentially stealing that Michael Saylor has for what used to be MicroStrategies and now is just called Strategy, where he's buying up a ton of Bitcoin. Well, this company is doing that for Solana already. They're trying to be ahead of the curve, and they're buying up as much Solana as they can possibly get their hands on. They already hold over 160,000 Solana, which is about 38 million Canadian dollars. A funny thing about this company actually is that the CEO is a woman, Leah Wold. Now, if you've been in crypto for a long time, you might remember Leah Wold. She used to do videos with a guy named Tony Vase. They were really early YouTubers in terms of covering Bitcoin. Tony Vase is more of a Bitcoin maxi, so it's actually interesting to see Leah Wold has gone from doing videos with Tony Vase and now is the CEO of this company, Sol Strategies. But anyway, I do think they're on to something, and I think we're going to see a ton of TradFi buying up Solana later this year. That's hugely bullish. Another hugely bullish thing this year is that the Seeker, the Solana mobile phone, this is their Generation 2 mobile phone, is going to be coming out this year. They just announced the hardware specifications for it, which are pretty impressive. I think the first version, which I heard great things about, I did not buy the first version. I do have a pre-order for the Seeker. I think it was a little ahead of its time. I think the Seeker is going to be coming out right at the perfect time. So I do think this is going to be a hugely bullish thing for Solana this year. Now, on the bearish side, there is going to be a big Solana unlock in March. A ton of tokens that are owned by Galaxy that are worth over $2 billion will be unlocked. Now, I think this is priced in, which is why I'm not too scared of it. The thing is, this is smart money that is getting unlocked right now. These are people that bought depressed Solana from the FTX bankruptcy. Most of it's going to be them. They're not going to dump it in a way that is going to kill the price. Will they sell some? Sure, they might. They're going to be in big profit. But these are the smartest of the smartest in crypto. I don't see them doing it in a way that really is going to kill the Solana price. And because we just saw such a great dip, to me, it was too good of a buying opportunity to miss out on. Now, could we go lower? Yeah, of course. Again, this is all probability. Everything can either go higher or lower at any time. But since it had gone already from over only about a week ago, down to about 160, it just seemed like too big of a buying opportunity to pass on unless you are long-term bearish on Solana. Now, a couple of big names in Solana got wrapped into this. One was Jupiter, and Jupiter also launched a platform called Meteora. So Jupiter is the biggest decentralized exchange on Solana. I've talked a lot about it on the channel already. So they also launched something called Meteora, and they've been the platform behind a lot of these big meme coin launches. So they got wrapped in it. Now, Meteora doesn't have a token yet. Their CEO has resigned over the Libra scandal. There hasn't been any proof so far that there's been insider trading by employees. Clearly, it's not a good look. And the CEO has to step down. You know, it's not great. Jupiter has said they're going to do a total investigation into all of this from a third party. You got to make up your own mind, do your own research. But for me, again, I saw this as a huge buying opportunity. And so I did buy myself some more JUP, which is sitting at just under 73 cents. It's still a huge market cap, just under 2 billion, fully diluted over 7 billion. It's the number 51 crypto in all of crypto. So I'm not talking about a small coin here, but I wanted to take advantage of this dip. I did make a video not too long ago talking about all the bullish things going on for Jupiter, including them doing huge buybacks with their profits. So anyway, if you're like me and your risk tolerance can go beyond even something like Solana, I use this as a buying opportunity for Jupiter as well. We did see some on-chain volume drop, almost 30% last week in Solana. For me, you got to just take all the information that's out there and then come up with your thesis. My thesis is Solana's here to stay. I do think it is the blockchain for this cycle. In terms of non-big bets, it might actually, in my mind, be higher than Ethereum now. In terms of network effect, it is. And so in my mind, it could actually be a safer play than Ethereum. Now, most people would say Ethereum is still a safer bet, but that's my thesis. If yours is, this is actually the peak of Solana, other chains are going to catch it. This volume drop is actually just the beginning. Meme coins was the only reason Solana was doing well. Then you would have the opposite thesis, and you should not be buying Solana. You should actually be shorting it and buying other chains. But that's what I did this week. I bought more Solana. And again, I bought more Sui. If you haven't visited Sui Bubbles, make sure if you're in the Sui ecosystem, check out Sui Bubbles. It's basically crypto bubbles, but only for the Sui ecosystem, which is very cool. You can see it's been a rough week for Sui, but there was big news for the Sui ecosystem today. Walrus Protocol. Now, if you watch the channel, you know we've talked a lot about Walrus Protocol. Actually, the Sui legend made a whole video on Walrus Protocol that everyone should check out. It's this one here, biggest altcoin of 2025. Anyway, Walrus Protocol, big announcement. You can now check if you're eligible for their airdrop. You would have an NFT in your Sui wallet if you were, saying how many wall you can expect. And they did confirm that the mainnet will be launching in March. So this is going to be huge for all of crypto, but especially Sui, and also especially for my beloved NFT collection, We Are the Walrus, because once Walrus Protocol launches, that means We Are the Walrus is going to be launching on Sui. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the first you're hearing about this. Again, I made a video all about this. Something huge is coming to Sui. This one here. So We Are the Walrus. Now, personally, what I'm going to be doing, I will be investing in the Wall token, of course. But a lot of my investment for the Wall token will actually be in the form of the NFT of the We Are the Walrus. Because We Are the Walrus is going to have a treasury, which will be 100% in the Wall token. Its whole mission will be to support Walrus Protocol, invest in not just the Wall token, but other projects that are building on Walrus Protocol. So in a way, the way that Sol Strategies is an investment strategy for people who want to have access to Solana, We Are the Walrus is a way for people to invest in the Walrus Protocol, but instead of doing it on their own, they get to be part of this larger community, take advantage of other community members, focusing in on talking about what's being built on Walrus Protocol, what companies might be valuable to invest in early stage, use that leverage to get access to other airdrops and things like that. So I do think one of the best things about crypto is getting to be part of these communities and take advantage of the leverage of those for investment, information, etc. So that's what I'm going to be doing in terms of Walrus Protocol. Now, Walrus Protocol is being launched by Milton Labs, which also launched Sui. They also did a few other projects. One was the Sui Name Service, which I think will also have a big pump after Walrus comes out. It is very, very low right now in terms of where it has been. When it launched, it was over 60 cents at one point. It's down under 10 cents right now. And the other one is DeepBook. Now it's at about 15 cents right now, peaked over 30 cents. But as you can see, there was like a long time here where you could have got DeepBook after its launch for very low. Will you be able to do that with Walrus? Who knows? Every time is different, but there will probably be an opportunity after of Walrus token, the Wall token, to get in because of all the airdrops that are happening. There are a ton of people who are getting huge airdrops, so we'll be interested to see if there is a sell pressure right on launch, like there has been for NS and Deep. So that's something to keep in mind. I also do think both Deep and NS are pretty good buys right now. I personally did buy myself a bag of NS recently because I really think it's undervalued, especially when Walrus Protocol comes out, because NS, you'll be able to use the service to have domain names for websites hosted on the Walrus Protocol. All right, guys, one last altcoin to talk to you guys about. If you're a longtime CryptoWiser, you'll know about this one, but wow, what a week it is having. Everyone's talking about the downturn in crypto. What about TEER, guys? Integritee Network. This is a tiny, tiny, tiny micro cap gem, in my opinion. Market cap of 1.4 million, fully diluted under 4 million. Well, it's up over 40% in the last day, but it is such a tiny market cap that any positive momentum could see this easily, in my opinion, 10x from here. They have launched Integritee, which is a way to transfer to make trades on Polkadot that are completely private. They are a privacy sidechain that works for any Polkadot token. You can make private trades. They've launched this now. I haven't actually tried it yet. Apparently it's a working product now and people seem to be going to use it. Something is happening for Integritee to be up 40%. That's only one of many things that they're working on, all to do with privacy and data privacy and security. But up 40%, pretty good day for Integritee, pretty good week actually, as it had dipped down all the way to about 15 cents or so, and it's already back up 35. I think this has a long way to go. As you can see, before the last crypto winter, it was at around $5. It was at around $5. And even about a year ago, it was up at about $1.32. You can see that the volume is starting to pick up recently. Again, tiny, tiny, tiny project. This is a micro cap, very high risk, but very high reward if it hits. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you're following me over on X. My handle there is @CryptoWise, guys. Until next time, I'm Milton, saying over and out.